Hey guys, I'm Nicole and we're the Quaranteens.
I'm Haley, and we're just two bored teens who wanted to share our life in quarantine.
Yeah, we realized last week our episode was a tad bit longer than the week before, so sorry about that, guys.
We'll try our best to keep this one a reasonable length of time that people will actually want to listen to.
Honestly, no one wants to listen to us regardless. Like, I wouldn't listen to us, to be honest. I would get bored, I think. Sorry, Haley.
It's just us having a conversation, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So this week we got out of quarantine. Well, kind of out of quarantine. There's like,
The restrictions were lessened.
yeah, so we can do like a couple more things. We're allowed to hang out with in groups of like what, 15 or is it 10? I forget now.
I forget too.
It's 10 or 15, but whatever. And you can hang out with people in those groups, but you're recommended to like social distance and stuff still. Oh, and also the malls are open now for some
Which
reason.
is very odd.
Yeah, but they're only doing like a percent of capacity that are allowed into the malls. But honestly, for folks living in Indiana that are listening to this right now, don't waste your time because I went and there were only two stores open. So,
Oh my gosh.
so don't waste your time at the mall. It was only
Were
like,
there people next to the doors, like keeping track of people going in and out?
there was like a police officer at the table right when we got there. I don't know if he was counting people or like if he was just there to monitor, but he had masks and stuff laid out there so you could grab them if you needed them.
Okay.
So I don't know if he was keeping track or if he, like, I would assume he probably was, but I don't know, to be honest. And they
Okay.
only had so many entrances available for you to go into, so
Oh, yeah, that makes sense for sure.
yeah. So that was pretty lame.
So,
I was really excited to go
right
shopping.
now, yeah, right now, basically the only store to go is like Target
Yeah.
or places like that.
Yep, Target's still open, which is good. Unless you want to go buy some shoes at Journeys or Finish Line at the mall.
The two
Those are
stores
the
that
two.
you're able to go
Yeah, those are
to.
literally the two stores that are open, which is like dumb. But it was pretty crowded in those stores because there was nowhere else to go. But yeah, the other week, Haley and I decided to make a summer bucket list in hopes
Yeah.
that we would be out of quarantine by that time. And in honor of us being, uh, the restrictions being lessened, I guess, we decided we'd share this bucket list with you guys.
First up on our list that we've been wanting to do since I think last summer. I don't really remember when, but we really wanted to go to Chicago on the bus from Indianapolis.
Yeah, my mom was actually telling me about this. I think it was last summer, and she's like, "Oh, there's like a bus that takes you to Chicago." And I was like, "What? Really?" And my first instinct was, I gotta tell Haley so then we can do this.
Yeah, I literally had no idea that was a thing.
I didn't
And
know
it's not
either.
even that expensive, so it wouldn't be that pricey of a travel
Oh
to go
no,
there.
for sure it wouldn't, which is really nice. And it like the price of the traveling varies depending on the day you go. So like if we just decided to go on a random Thursday, like no one else is gonna want to go to Chicago on a Thursday. So it'd be great.
Yeah, perfect.
Even cheaper. Even though I'd waste all my money shopping in Chicago.
Yeah, like Chicago's expensive. That's
Yeah.
not what we're saying, but the travel there is not that expensive.
Yeah,
We can
exactly.
save our money that way.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. I just want to go to Chicago so bad. I feel like I haven't gone in ages.
Oh, me neither. I used to go every year, like for my birthday, for like 3 or 4 years straight when I was younger, and we would like go to the
Oh,
American Girl
yeah.
doll store, and I
Back.
could like pick some things out. That was like my birthday gift
Hmm.
was like going to Chicago and like going to the American Girl
Yeah.
doll store. It
That
was
was
so
back
fun.
in the day when the only American Girl doll stores were in Chicago and New York, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, now there's like,
the time because it like made it such more of like an ordeal to
oh
go.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. We used to go to Chicago every year for like Thanksgiving break, and we'd go the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And it was a blast, and we always had to stop by the American Girl doll store. And I always had to buy a doll every time. But like sometimes I'd spend my own money on it. Like in reality, I wasted so much of my money on those dolls.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't even like begin to imagine how much
I
money
know.
was put into American Girl
I
dolls.
know. I was like, "Oh dear." Like looking back on that, I'm pretty sure I have 8 dolls. Like
I think I have somewhere around there too.
yeah, I'm like I
Literally.
do not need that many. Like I don't know why I bought that many. And then I had that like closet thing for all of them and stuff too. Oh, and so many clothes.
And I have like the most random stuff. Like I have a spa
Oh
bed
yeah.
with like a little bath to like wash the hair in, and I have like
Yeah,
this little tent for them to go camping, and just all these other random things
for sure.
that I thought were so fun that I like wanted, and I would like ask for things for Christmas and stuff too.
I know, like some of my dolls, they have their ears pierced. Like, why did I need to get their ears pierced?
Mine do too.
Oh, I really don't know. But that was back in the good old days.
For sure, the good old days.
But yeah, that's our first thing on our list. And the next thing is to go to the drive in.
Of course, summer must do.
Yes, the drive in is so much fun. And I think it's actually open already. So,
Oh yeah. We Oh yeah, but none of the movies are necessarily ones we wanted to see.
yeah, we looked for this weekend and they're like Western movies or something that look really weird. So, we're gonna pass on this weekend, but maybe next weekend, I guess.
Were you able to look up next weekend?
No, they don't usually like say what they're playing the following weekend until
Okay.
like next week. I kind of forget what day of the week it is. Um, I I I really should know because I looked it up all the time last summer, but I kind of forget now. I think it might be like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay. We'll look then.
Yes, and hopefully there'll be something better playing than Western movies.
Because I can't wait to go there.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'll be so fun. I love the drive-in.
Then we have go to Myrtle Beach next
Yes.
on our list. So let us explain a little bit.
Yeah.
So, so we really want to go visit our friend Lauren in Myrtle Beach. She moved there, and we haven't been to visit her and her family there yet. So we wanted to go this summer before quarantine things happened. So
Yeah.
that's a maybe on there, but
Yeah, we've always wanted to go visit her in Myrtle Beach. We're not 100% sure if that's going to happen this year, but we have some high hopes that it's going to happen.
yes.
The next thing on our list is Cedar Point. Cedar Point's like this amusement park that's super huge in Ohio, and the roller coasters there are so fun. And I love roller coasters. I really want to
And
go.
I've never been to Cedar Point,
Oh,
so
Haley just really
I
needs to
gotta go.
go. And like the youth group we go to, they have this Cedar Point trip where you go. I think it's like a overall 4 day thing, but like 2 of the days are for travel time pretty much. And one day we go to Cedar Point, and then the other day we go to Lake Erie. Isn't that Lake Erie that's right there?
I don't know which one it is. I don't know the
I think it's Lake
lakes.
Erie. And then we go to like the beach on the lake and stuff the other day. But it's a super fun trip, and there's always a ton of fun memories that come along with it. And Cedar Point is just awesome on its own, so it's really fun.
And I hope it doesn't get canceled this year because I was
Yeah,
really excited to go.
same. Because I realized that when we were like, we were talking about amusement parks and stuff the other day, right? And talking about
Yeah.
how, like, we thought it was going to open in June, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're going to open like 50% in the middle of June.
okay, but I was thinking about this today. Does that consider that, like, Indiana's doing a specific thing to, like, release quarantine, but so is
Oh.
Ohio. So are they doing the
Yeah, we're going to
same
have to look
thing?
up like
Like,
Michigan and Ohio's too.
yeah, so.
So we'll have to get on that. We'll have to do our research and
Yeah,
see
I
what's
guess.
going on.
It's more fun just to dream about it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So then our next on our list is visiting one of our favorite places, Vitality Bowls.
It's so good. Vitality Bowls has a lot of different options for you to get, but our favorite is the acai. What do you call them?
Acai.
Okay, you say os.
That's how I pronounce it.
I feel like I always say like I don't know what I say because like when I go to Starbucks and I order a refresher, I always call it an acai, but then when I go to like get something at Vitality Bowls, I call it like an Akaya bowl or something really weird like that. And I don't know why. It's like very bizarre because I call it two different things. I don't know. But yeah, they put like a bunch of fruits and like different toppings on it, like honey and little granola bits, and you can get peanut butter on it. It kind of just depends on you, and they have a
Yeah.
ton of different options to put on top of it. So,
Like different combinations of bowls that like they make like combinations as like suggestions as like the bowl options, so you can choose those. And then we've never tried them, but there's some
oh
paninis
yeah.
there.
Haley and I
Kind
talked
of
about
like,
maybe trying one of those next time.
yeah.
And maybe splitting a bowl and a panini.
Yeah. That's our summer plan.
Yes, for sure. Usually when we go to Vitality Bowls, we end up going shopping too, and that's the next thing on our bucket list is to go
For
shopping.
sure.
Haley and
Those will
I.
probably go together,
Oh
to be
yeah, they
honest.
definitely will. We will make our way up to Keystone Mall to go to Vitality Bowls and do some shopping.
Mhm.
Haley and I
Hitting
love
the
shopping.
clearances
Oh yeah.
at
Can't afford anything
Keystone.
else besides the clearance section.
But we love Keystone. It's so cute there.
Yeah, they have the cutest stuff, but it's like the most expensive, so.
That's okay. For fun.
Yeah. Sometimes we just end up browsing. But after this, I will definitely be doing some shopping.
Yeah, definitely. And excited to go to some concerts next on our list.
Yes, Haley and I love going to concerts. We don't really know who we want to go to this summer though, because I'm not sure that anyone's even said when they're coming or if they're coming
Yeah.
to anywhere near us.
I don't know who's released their tour dates,
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure anyone has.
that's to be determined. But we definitely want to go see someone in concert.
Yeah, for sure. Last summer, Haley and I went to go see Shawn Mendes, and it was amazing.
It was so good.
Oh, I
Best concert ever.
Oh,
It
it
was
really was.
amazing.
It hurt, like my throat felt so, like my vocal cords after that concert were like destroyed. I was like, I can't do
Oh,
this.
same. And I like couldn't hear right. It
Yeah.
was really loud in
And
there.
then we had to like drive to Louisville, but my mom and like my parents decided to just drive us there, so then they just went out to eat during that time. And all of our phones were dead. So we went with one of our other friends named Lindsay, and literally none of our phones were working because they were all dead, and we were trying to find my parents and we were like, we don't know how to find them. And then magically our friend Lindsay's phone revived, so then we like called my mom super fast, and then she told us where to meet her, but we didn't even know where that was, so we were pretty much
Oh, yeah.
roaming Louisville
And then
trying
her
to find
phone
them.
died. So, yeah, we were just going by road signs at that point.
Oh yeah, we were pretty much just saying prayers and hoping for the best.
Not to get lost in downtown Louisville.
Yep.
So,
We actually didn't though, so that's pretty
no.
impressive.
Yeah, I think we're professional
Oh
tourists.
yeah, for
Definitely.
sure. The next thing on our list is to go to a Cardinals versus Cubs game.
Oh, yeah.
So I am a huge Cardinals fan, so is my whole family.
And my family's a Cubs family. So my dad's a really big Cubs fan. And so it kind of like our whole family likes the Cubs. So
So pretty much
that'd be kind
Haley
of
and I
fun.
are supposed to be mortal enemies, but we'll make an exception, I guess. We can forgive that you're a
Yeah,
Cubs
we
fan.
can we can make an exception. I don't know if our dads will make the exception, but
Oh yeah, I
like
don't know. I don't know. Not sure about them. But yeah,
but
we're
that'd be a pretty fun game.
yeah, we're really hoping that we are able to go to a baseball game because I'm not sure that's going to happen. And like my whole family actually had tickets to go to a game in May actually. So like sometime really soon.
Oh man.
And
Did that so that game got canceled, I'm
um
assuming?
I don't know, either
Or
the
have they
game
announced
got
it?
canceled or our tickets were just not able to see it because they're actually doing this thing where like for Major League they'll play the games, but there just won't be people in the audience.
Oh,
And like
true.
all the
Yeah.
players are just like pretty much quarantining themselves from everyone else. So,
Mm. Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully I end up going to a Cardinals game at some point.
Yeah.
And hopefully we end up going to a Cardinals and Cubs game.
Yeah, in St. Louis is
Yeah.
our ideal game. So then we
Yes.
can hit Chicago and St. Louis in separate trips.
Yeah. I love St. Louis so much. It's so beautiful.
I do too. It's so fun. I've only been there, I think I've been there twice.
Mhm.
One time we did like the whole kind of like attractions thing, like we went to the arch and things like that.
Yeah.
And then the other time we were just sort of like passing through
Yeah.
on our way to Branson.
They have these like fountains there that light up at night, different colors, and they're so fun. I don't know, that's just like a random fact, but it's really fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
They look cool,
I
and like
hope we
honestly,
see
like you
it.
can go play in them too, and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have.
You got
Oh yeah,
to.
for sure. Like there's a bunch of little kids running around it, and you just see like 6 feet tall me, like just trying to play with the little kids.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah.
And next on our list is going hiking at Turkey Run, a state park. So there's some fun trails there.
Well, my dad would like to have a guest um a guest, what is that called? Appearance,
Appearance.
yeah. So he kind of barged in, and I can't say no now because he's just gonna make a bunch of ruckus if I say no. So here's my dad.
Did I look in there?
No, it doesn't matter. You just speak.
I just talk.
Yep. What do you want to say?
Hey everyone,
Okay, that's really loud. You don't need to be that loud.
how are you doing tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this incredible podcast? I tell you, I'm so proud of my daughter and her friend going to having some fun like this and trying to share their warmth and their humor in this very difficult times with other bored teens. So, folks, I'm just so proud of my girls. Are these girls? So proud of my girl and her friend. And I hope you enjoy their podcast as much as I do.
All right, everyone. That was my dad. I think he had a good guest appearance, I suppose.
Yes, good guess. Thank you for that.
So what thing were we on our bucket list? Turkey Run, right?
We were talking about Turkey Run. How we wanted to go on some of their trails because I like the ones that they have there that are like, I don't know, they call them like the rugged trails or whatever because they like go along like on the creeks and the like rocks and things like that.
Yeah,
so
I for
pretty
sure
fun.
like those ones too. Honestly, I just like hiking in general and being outside, so
Yeah,
pretty much like anything to do
fun.
with that. I feel like I'm definitely always game. Next on our list is to have a picnic at Funky Bones.
So excited for this one.
Yeah, Funky Bones is like, I don't even know what you'd consider it. Would you say it's like a structure, but like it's not really a
Yeah,
structure. It's like
it's like a piece of like art, but it's these little plastic plastics shaped like a bone, shaped like a
yeah.
skeleton. So they're like giant bones that like form the skeleton if you look at it from above. So you can like sit on the funky bones and hang out there for the day.
Yeah.
We can take our picnic there. That was our idea.
Yeah.
They're just pretty fun.
Yeah, they look pretty
A
fun.
little tribute to the Fault in Our Stars.
Oh yeah.
Featured in the movie.
Yeah, we were actually extras for everyone, if you'd like to know. Just kidding, guys. Don't please.
I wish. That'd be a fun story.
We're just like casually in Amsterdam in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder,
Look for us in Amsterdam.
I wonder if
In the Anne Frank house.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
look
that's
for
what I was
us in
thinking
there.
too. Okay, did they actually go to Amsterdam to film that, or did they not? Like, I just okay. That's a really like off topic, but I was just curious. Do you know?
No, I think. I don't know.
I feel like they'd kind of have to, but I don't know.
Yeah, because that's where the Anne Frank house really is, right?
Yeah,
And I feel like they were in the actual house, so I think they had to
yeah.
for that specific part.
Honestly, I just don't know.
I don't know either. But on the topic of extras, I really want to be an extra. It seems fun.
No, it really does. Like Mrs. Haney still talks about being an extra in what is that? A League of Their Own?
League of Our Own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still talks about that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I want to be an extra in like some film. Well, like from what I know about being an extra, you don't really know what the film or the TV show is when you like first sign up to be an extra. So that'd be so fun if I was an extra and it's like this random TV show, and then it ends up being like this super huge
Oh
TV
yeah.
show.
I just think it would be fun to be like, hey, look, I'm on TV, you know, like.
Yeah, and you can like point yourself out like in movies
And you're
or
just
TV
like this
shows.
small blob in the background, but you're like, look, it's me, it's me,
Like,
guys.
look, there's me. I'm in the movie theater.
They're like, are you sure that's actually you, though?
Look, that's me, that little speck.
Mm.
And then next, we want to go to P&D's Flower Farm,
Oh, yes.
which it seems so fun. I've never been there, but it's where you go and you pick your different flowers to create a bouquet out of all their different rows and like the different kinds of flowers, and it's so pretty looking from in the pictures, and it's not even that far from our house, so We gotta hit that this
Oh, for
summer.
sure. I love flowers so much, and I think it'd be so fun to like make your own bouquet, you know?
Yes.
And honestly, there'd be just such aesthetically pleasing photos too.
Oh, for sure.
Like
That's
I'm
like
Yeah.
the best.
Like honestly, I'm definitely probably gonna wear some like summer dress and a hat when we go there, just so I can
Yes.
take like fun pictures there.
Definitely. Definitely like a photo op place.
Oh
Like there's
yeah.
just those places and it's like, yeah, I gotta dress cute here
Honestly, I've never
because
even seen
it's
what this
just gonna be
place looks
fun.
like. I just know I'm gonna need to wear something cute so we can take a bunch of
Oh,
pictures.
yes, for sure.
Next on our list is we want to go moonlight kayaking.
Oh, yes, excited for this
Oh yeah,
one.
me too. This is like uh you go like kayaking and then you have to go at a certain night though when the moon is full or like close to being full. So then there's like a bunch of moonlight so you can actually see where you're kayaking, that might be
And
kind
it's
of
not just a
important.
pitch black night.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know much more than that, but I think it would just be super fun to go kayaking at night and like
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the moon and the stars and stuff, so I think it would be a pretty fun experience and hopefully we'd be able
Especially.
to see the stars.
Yeah, like if it was even with a full moon, like if you were on a lake kind of in the middle of like the nature and like not really in a city, I
Hmm.
feel like the stars would be so bright.
Oh yeah.
Like we'd be able to see all of them really cool.
At the Cedar Point trip actually, that's like the best place I've ever been to like see stars. Like
Oh,
been able to
cool.
see stars at the place we stay.
Just
So,
another reason that trip has to
yeah,
happen.
exactly.
And then we want to go on a road trip, a day trip to Lake Michigan.
Yes, I love Lake Michigan so much. We honestly just wanted to have like something, like we wanted to go on a trip somewhere, but we didn't
Yeah.
want our parents to come. And we honestly just didn't know like where to go that wasn't too far away that like we couldn't really drive there ourselves or that we would be unskilled at driving there all the way, I guess.
Oh, yes, for sure.
But we wanted
And like Lake Michigan's we felt like a
distance.
balance between all of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, and it's not
So,
too hilly or anything on the way there.
yeah, we felt like we would make it alive.
Oh yeah. It'd be a fun little beach day. We'd get up bright and early in the morning, drive to Lake Michigan, lay out by the beach, maybe get some brunch beforehand, I guess. Do some little bit of
Yeah.
shopping and have dinner and head back.
Yep.
I feel like that would be pretty
I'm
fun.
excited for that.
Me too. Honestly, I just love road trips. Even though like
Yeah,
I
me
don't really I feel
too.
like I don't go on a lot, but like maybe I do, I don't know. But I
I
think they're really
honestly
fun.
love driving places.
Oh, me
Like
too.
even when we drive to Florida, it's kind of just like fun. I like road trips.
I think like sometimes going to Florida it gets on my nerves. It just like depends on how far we go.
Yeah.
But like sometimes there's
True.
really cool places that you drive by. So I guess it depends on the scenery too. So sometimes we'll drive through like parts of Alabama and stuff and we'll take more back roads, which is fun
Yeah.
because there's like different things to see, little towns you'll drive through. But if you go through like Atlanta traffic, there's really nothing to see, on like the interstate.
Yeah, and
I don't know if that
and I
makes
will
sense.
say like on like the roads to Iowa, like that's not my favorite road trip in the world.
Yeah, it is pretty fun. Honestly, though, I think it's my favorite, or maybe my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite, but because my dad plays trivia the entire time. My my
Yeah.
dad's like a genius. So, like when I say I play trivia with him, I mean that he comes up with the trivia questions, which is kind of bizarre. But like I'll be like, "Hey dad, you want to play trivia?" And he's like, "Sure, what kind of trivia you want?" And then you just tell him whatever kind of trivia you want. It's typically history, but he's like a huge history buff. But yeah.
And he has so many facts just on the top of his head that he'll just give to us, and I don't know at all. Like I've never heard of any of it. I'm like not a history buff at all, so sometimes the history trivia just it's just me winging it, honestly.
Yeah, when in doubt, George it out. That's my saying. Whenever it's a person and you don't know who it is, always just say George.
Oh, true.
Because it's a first or last name. And
Yeah.
like honestly, I feel like there's just a bunch of random people named George throughout
And there's
history.
been multiple presidents named George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's pretty much it that we like do on those road trips, but it's super fun. I love playing trivia. Well, guys, we don't want to keep you for too much longer, so we have about like half of our bucket list done, and I think we're going to do that for our next episode. And we are sorry that this episode is a lot later than it was supposed to be. We ended up getting a little carried away during this week and had trouble finding time to actually record.
Yes, we were busy this week.
Yeah, we actually
We
were.
had some senior picture
Oh,
sessions.
yeah.
So,
It was a fun time, but it kept us busy,
yeah,
that's
it
for
was a
sure.
really fun time. Yeah.
Well, anything else to say, Haley?
Nope, I think that about covers it.
All right.
See you next time.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you next Tuesday, this time on time, with a brand new episode.